and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. So today, for tips and tricks number 16, I thought I would show you how I personally store my bigger diamond paintings. I did go through on tip 15 what I tend to use for my smaller ones, 30 by 40, etc. And while they can be used for big ones, the clothes hangers, they can be used for big ones just as much as for small ones. But it doesn't work for me due to the space that I can hang them in. They can't really be extremely tall. If I actually put them in a wardrobe, I would probably get away with a few of these actually being stored on a hanger. But they're not, so I can't. So I have a couple of different ways that I store them. So the likes of Diamond Art Club, quite often I leave them in the box. So I've had them out for an unboxing, but then I just leave them in there. So that's People's Princess that I've not done yet. I'm even storing Minions inside the box, which is one that I am still currently working on. It is stored inside the box, rolled outwards for the part that has diamonds on it, rolled inwards for the part that doesn't. And if you can see there, both of them actually have a piece of pipe insulation, to use the right word, rather than pipe lagging, which is what I call it. They actually have a piece of that inside to help it to not squish in on itself, to keep a circle form. So that actually goes in and out like that, because there's no diamonds in that one. That is purely canvas. Often many of the likes of Diamond Art Club, and I've also got a Dreamers Designs down here. I tend to try and keep the diamonds in with those as they've come packaged, because they're poured glue. They can cope with just being in the box. Then I do have some others that are poured glue but didn't come in a box. The likes of my unordered lines. This one is actually from DIY Choose. I actually ordered this from 2 different companies. So one did go in a giveaway. The other one is here with me. And for that one, I just keep it rolled up. So I've unpackaged it and rolled it rather than it being a bit squashed around diamonds. And then I do still have my label on it. And then I've got labelled up the diamonds. I use these mini little bulldog clips. And I just make sure I clip the edge. And then I fold them over. And that's just to keep it rolled up as a tube. Now you can roll them round the likes of some pipe lagging or a pool noodle if you wish. I find it's not as important when there's not any diamonds on it, because it's actually the weight of the diamonds that start to squish the canvas. When there's no diamonds on there, it's not as big a deal. I have quite a few that are stored like that, and they just go in my Kallax, which is under this desk. They stick out a little bit, but they just go in one of my Kallax squares, and it just looks like a whole hodgepodge of canvases. But it works for me. I have some completed canvases on like one little shelf in my Kallax, and then I have uncompleted ones on my bottom little shelf. And that's where what I call my large paintings go. And then there, or in boxes, staying in boxes, and then my smaller ones go on the hangers. So hopefully that's a helpful way for some people that are wondering how to store their big canvases. Now, at the moment, I don't have any big ones that are double-sided tape. So they're all poured glue with this clear cover at the moment. If you need to store a painting that is double-sided tape and it is a big one, My suggestion is don't flatten it out when you first get it. Keep it rolled. You know, by all means, peel back a corner of the cover to check the symbols look nice, you know, and that you're not going to have any problems with the clarity or the print quality on the canvas. But don't unravel it all. If anybody has actually seen me work on my Heaven and Earth designs, so this is one that is actually, this canvas is probably the only canvas, the only big canvases that I have that are double-sided tape. I have, apart from unrolling it to measure it, I have never actually flattened this part of the canvas. I've never pulled it all the way out, peeled back the cover and flattened it back down. It's never been done. It's always stayed rolled. I did unravel some of the first section of it when I got it, but then I worked on it flat anyway. So this is stayed rolled, and again, it stayed rolled the way it came, so outwards in this instance, and then it gets rolled with the diamonds outwards, and that actually goes on one of my Kallax units as well. I've also got the famous pipe lagging in both of those, though they're not the same size, as you can tell, and that just helps. I mean, this one, it's 2.5 meters long, so it's a lot of canvas, and of course this one has had diamond paintings on it, diamonds put on it, so it just keeps both of them in its right form. And then when I get to do it, I bring it, unroll whatever section I need and roll it back up. But as I say, because I've never peeled it all back and put it all back down again, it doesn't seem to cause a problem with this canvas at all. So I find that a great way to store them. You could, you know, stand them all upright maybe in like a magazine holder, or get a bin, a plastic bin. Why won't the camera focus? Focus. Okay, let's put something else in the screen. You could stand them all upright in like a magazine holder or an empty bin and have them all stood up that way. Or you could have them all laid down like I do. I don't think it really matters whether it's upright or laid down. Just happens to be the way my craft room's set up is the best way for it. Maybe putting them stood up would work better for you. But hopefully that helps on how I store my large canvases, or my larger canvases. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.